Indeed. Tonight is Movie Spotlight. We are back again with one of these segments in our stream yet again. Are we excited to do this again, guys?
Yes.
Let's get started.
Your typing enthusiasm is really music to my ears. Speaking of music, tonight we are talking about one of the most interesting adaptations in the early 2000s. Such a milestone of its time. Definitely with the times. I mean, if you watch this film, you can see the nostalgia just flooding through you. I'm sure you guys were there of the early 2000s where we were really hitting a cultural peak, a very milestone in music, in movies, in fashion. All the product placement you could eat, sleep, drink, and taste, and just bask in it, right? Before the dark times, before the uncivilized times. But let's not waste time. Without further ado, we are covering tonight Josie and the Pussycats, the live adaptation of the popular comic, mostly known by its animated series done by Hanna Barbara of Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, and many other cartoons famously known. Starring the ever so lovely ladies with what's her name? Sorry. I was on a roll here. I kind of hit a speed bump. Rachel Leigh Cook. I think that's how you say her name. The ever so wonderful Tara Reid. More on her in a bit. And the now still trucking along these days with the popularity of the Ahsoka series. I'm comparing that air quotes, by the way. Rosario Dawson, though I remember her as Night Nurse from the Marvel Netflix. Yes, Netflix before Disney Plus bought them off and does nothing with them here and there when they want to, when they feel like it. But let's not split hairs here. We're talking about Josie and the Pussycats 2001. And I'm reading off of good old reliable Wikipedia the synopsis of Josie and the Pussycats. Josie and the Pussycats is a 2001 musical comedy film co-produced by Universal Pictures and Metro Goldwyn Mayer Pictures. For those youngers who don't know what that is, that's the lion. That's that lion thing that always roars. I'm afraid I had to say that way because y'all are getting a little bit too ignorant these days.
Metro Goldenmeyer?
Yes, imagine going. Not you, humble. You're older than them. You're almost a
Oh,
fossil,
yes, I am. Rawr.
and I'm even more of a fossil. I'm in the Cretaceous period, and Dark's the Jurassic. Wait, where are my manners? I'm here with the humble Sorayas, humble Marty.
Hello, I'm Humble Marty, and I'm a dinosaur today, I guess.
You're always a dinosaur. Cheep, 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 cheep.
I'm not the one that called himself a Gorgonopsid.
I guess so. Today you're that, whatever that is. We have the sex doll, the lovely Leia Valor plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and we're going to have a discussion about the Josie and the Pussycats movie, but also going back to its original origins, as Wolf said, the Hanna Barbera cartoon, which is one of my favorites. So I hope you and all of you enjoy the ride. You know how we do.
You're strong tonight. You just straight up just soldiered through my insult.
What did I just
Sex doll.
Moving on. We are moving on. Moving on to the next person. We are moving on.
We have the Hound of the South Donic Pal.
Hello, I'm Dominic Powell, Hound of the South, and blah blah blah, and fight for something, blah blah blah.
We also have yours truly, Dark Stranger.
Ilya, come for me, Ilya.
Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it now.
Hey!
Stop it now.
Hey, we have Sam Proctor here.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't changed about my lateness. But let me continue reading the synopsis. Written and directed by Harry Elfont and Deborah Kaplan. I don't know who those two are. The film is based on both the Archie comic series and the Hanna Barbera cartoon of the same name. Film entirely in Vancouver, Canada. It sure do look like it. It sure does look like it. When I was watching that film, like damn, the many times I've seen Canada's locations, it's starting to look very familiar in so many other movies I've seen in the past.
That's because when they want to go cheap, they go Canadian.
Exactly. The film features, again, Rachel Leigh Cook, Tara Reid, and Rosario Dawson as the Pussycats, with Alan Cumming, Parker Posey, Gabriel Mann, Paulo Constezzo, and Missy Pa. I got a wife.
Oh my God.
I can't help that Missy Powell is some woman. Jesus Christ. Anyways, a girl band suddenly and inexplicably thrown into the spotlight with a number one hit finds themselves in the middle of a conspiracy to manipulate the public by delivering subliminal messages through pop music. More on that later. As always, we will discuss how we've seen the movie, how it came to our radar, our first impressions, and we'll talk about the movie. Well, some parts of the movie, maybe not, what we liked about it, or our highlights. You know the drills, guys. You've been here before. I've already got a listing of movie spoilers we've done this so far. So let's go with how we came upon this movie, starting with Dark Stranger and first impressions.
I believe I came across this as a rental back when they still had rentals. uh,
Hollywood Video
because
and Blockbuster.
yeah, because little sister wanted to see it. Because let's face it, this movie only existed because Spice World happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
and
Well,
what
there's
I
also
caught up is
parallels as well between this and Spice World, but continue, Dark.
yeah, but my impressions of what I saw of it, it's watchable, but I just mostly paid attention for when Alan Cumming showed up because this was like early 2000. Then that's when Alan Cummings was kind of getting his name out, and he was one of those guys you saw like having real good talent and range, and then he
Hmm.
kind of just I don't know later on just kind of disappeared.
Probably for the best.
Probably. He's shown up here and there, and he's doing some show now, and he's still got his wit and character, but you kind of feel like he should have been one of those guys who got a lot bigger than they were.
I agree.
Indeed. Excuse me. Humble. How you come upon this movie and first impressions?
I came across the movie first when it was a movie trailer, probably on like one of the VHS tapes. I forget which one, but my first impression of it was like, oh, cool, movie. Hey, I know that tune. Wait, what were we watching it? Oh, cool, movie. That's about it.
VHS.
I guess we should get Dominic out of the way because he has a whole damn paragraph for this one. So Dominic,
Yeah.
how you come upon this movie and first impressions?
Well, I came upon this movie through through my local movie theater. Watched it from there. There, of course, I was already familiar with the titular band through the comics as well as the original animated series. And as a kid, I ate it up. And when I rewatched it years later, it still holds up after all these years, especially of how relevant it became as time went on.
Oh, that's shorter than the paragraph this time. He's actually he's actually learning. And I guess that leaves Leia.
Sex doll.
Leia,
You
concentrate.
on
Concentrate.
Focus.
okay. Well, this is a film that I heard about and I never really finished. I did not like this movie at all. I was disappointed that this movie was made because, like I said, I don't want to bring the stream down, but I did not feel that this film reflects the spirit of what Josie the Pussycats is supposed to be about. I saw it on cable, but I never really bothered to finish. And when they did the press for this film and talked about this film, I knew that this was not the film for me. So there's a big thumbs down for me for this particular film. I much prefer the Saturday morning Hanna Barbera cartoon that I grew up with, that I enjoyed a whole lot more.
I mean, you could have
That's
worked
fine.
with the whole mind control Manchurian candidate plot if they kind of, I don't know, did what the Scooby Doo movies did, where you had more fun with it. Instead, it
Right.
felt like some TV drama, Buffy drama or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what they went wrong. Josie and the Pussycats, it's fun. They could have just kept the spirit of it. Fun with music, just like you talked about K-pop Demon Hunter. I will admit, at least those were musical acts, but at least they had fun with it. This was not a movie to use as some commentary on the music business that you did not like, or whoever made this did not like. I don't know. But he does have a point there. They should have had more fun with this instead of turning this into some sort of commentary. It should have been a fun adventures about a music band, and they did not do that. So what they did, I was terribly disappointed with, and I rejected. So that's why it did not work for me. This is
No
not.
wonder.
Josie, Josie. Be
No
gone,
wonder I don't
Josie.
remember it.
Okay,
More
so
on that
lay a
in a
deep
bit.
cut right quick.
What?
Real deep cut. This or the gem and the holograms?
The cartoon or the live action movie? It's the live action
You
Live
know what I
movie.
action.
mean.
Neither
Don't play
one.
coy.
Neither one. I never saw the live action Gem movie. I knew that was hot garbage. So I would rather take the Gem animated cartoon. But if you ask me, I'm gonna be honest. Neither. Neither. You could never get me to sit through either one of these. I'd rather watch their cartoon counterparts.
Okay, add gun. Which one would you choose? Kidding.
Oh, goodness.
I guess it's my turn now. So this was at the hike of me just enjoying everything Hanna Barbera, especially their Scooby Doo clone parade at the time, especially enjoying the series Josie and the Pussycats. To hear that they were making a movie through the commercial listings and the advertising, I was like, "Oh, stoke!" And they're doing it in a very pop kind of indie rock or kind of like a at the times 2000s rock style with the lyrics, and hearing the theme song, remixed in it, I was like, oh snap! So we're gonna hear some of their songs in there, and yeah, I'm gonna spot that. I'm gonna put that in my section of nitpicks of this movie. Even though I was definitely enjoying it for the first time, because every single time any attempt I try to watch this film, something better was on cable, and I would turn to that instead. That's not to say that I was getting that every time every attempt I try to watch, I get bored with it. It's just that, you know, with the advent of cable, you know, and they always constantly playing these movies, back to back over and over, especially when they were released out in theaters and now they're dropped out of theaters. I would weigh it out every once in a while. It's like okay, I'll see this whenever it pops up. Sometimes, if it pops up, I'll check it out. Any attempt I tried, again, there was always something worth watching coming up. So today, as I watched it today from beginning to end, will mark the day I finally watched it from beginning to end without actually being distracted. Not, can I can really say that I was really glued to my screen or watching it. So apparently, it was an age thing for me with this movie. As a kid, it seems like I couldn't sit through it, but as an adult, I was able to sit through it. And frankly, and funny enough, I was definitely enjoying, but I do have my criticisms of this film, and some of it kind of mirrors what Leia's probably gonna say tonight here, or probably supplement what she's gonna say. Probably gonna channel more dark here as well,
Hmm.
and other bits of my enjoyment of this film might echo excuse me, Dominic's views towards this film. Sorry, I'm trying to release gas out of my throat.
I don't think it's
It's
the throat that comes out of.
but no, for one, I like the cast of this film. I kind of wish they were a bit more kinder to what's her face, skunk hair lady.
You're talking about Alexandra.
Yeah, I wish they were a bit kinder to Alexandra during the film, or at least the film was a lot kinder to Alexandra, because they try to make her out to be like she's she is a bitch in the originals, but like she
In,
was
in,
she was
in both the comic and animated series.
she may be a bitch, but she was an endearing bitch. Like
Yes.
she wouldn't be around if she was a complete total bitch.
Uh huh.
Otherwise, why keep her
Ooh.
around? But like in here, it's like they were trying so hard to make her a complete and total bitch, and I'm like, why do you? Why do they keep you around? Why are you being kept around?
A bitch with
exactly.
a villain sob story.
Well, that's our villainess in this
No,
movie. It's probably made up made up for this movie.
Mm,
But no, like Alexandra, like of all, like I like the pussy. Sorry, when it came down to the cartoon, I did like the Pussycats, but I was always a big fan of hers, mostly because of her design and her attitude at times, and always her catty rivalry with Josie when it comes to Adam or
yep,
Alan, excuse me. And I
Alan.
was like, and I'm like, wait a minute, hang on, why is she trying to be a freaking total bitch in this story? Sorry, I don't mean to harp on that, but that was kind of like a big stinger for me as a criticism for this film. It's like they
Yeah,
didn't really know what to do with this character per se.
and
no, trust me,
certainly a thing they
I know
didn't know
that
what to
too.
do with the movie. Period.
Go ahead, Dark. I mean, Dom.
Yeah, no, no, no. I remember like whenever I rewatch this movie, like I noticed that well. Like, whoa, what's this? No, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing without? Why trying to portray like Alexandra like this? No, she's not like that's not who she is. Like in both the comics as well as the animated series. And yet, like no matter like what they do, like it fails because like how she behaves like is reminiscent like of both the comics and animated series.
Now, Lucy Powell's portrayal is kind of okay. I do like the fact that they kept the stripe in her hair.
Uh,
It's mostly
which
good.
is like which is iconic, much like Rogue's hair.
Hmm. It does, however, design wise, some of the characters do reek of that post early 2000s design jank where
Right.
where take for example the early X-Men films and Daredevil. Even though Daredevil is slightly more accurate comparative to the X-Men costumes,
Yeah.
but it was that early 2000s just wanted to be leathery kind of deal. She just looks like old leather at times, especially with her fashion sense. They don't really like. Another criticism I have with this film is that they don't really have costume design that kind of reflect the designs of the characters. You can barely tell who they're really supposed to be. The only person that actually looked like the character she's supposed to represent was Melody.
Uh
Josie is fine. You know, the hair is iconic. She's a redhead, of course. And
Yep.
God and and dear Lord, Riverdale. We will never speak of Riverdale.
No, we don't talk about it.
Travesty. Let's just say that. But like Josie, she looks fairly like herself, but at times she kind of looks like a live action Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark Zero. And I can
Okay, I
kind
can
of
see that.
I can kind of see the actress playing Joanna Dark in Perfect Dark Zero, a live action. I would
Oh
love to
man,
see that
that's such a missed opportunity. But
in her
yeah,
prime, mind
yeah.
you.
But how do you feel about Rosario Dawson playing Val?
Rosario Dawson as Valerie Brown, she's fine, but again, I was having a hard time. Uh, Ethereal, good one, but no, I wish there was a design choice that would make her stick out as Valerie. Now, as far as like personality wise,
Right.
she's far more Rosario than Valerie. Rosario sadly is playing herself in this film.
She kind of does that with everything, really. I think the only time you can say she didn't, well, maybe Yeah, maybe it was still her, but
Kinky for
just the
tears.
more kinkier side of her that certain congressman gets to see. But probably her most
What?
standout and breakout role, the Sin City.
Yeah, as Dale or Gale.
Mm,
Sorry, Gale.
Gale.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her problem was the fact that she
Uh,
was basically Rosario Dawson playing Valerie Brown as Rosario Dawson. Now,
Yeah,
as
she
far as
was yesterday's Zendaya,
well,
but better looking, much better looking.
and she look her age,
Hmm.
better looking. Yeah.
whereas
Well,
Zendaya
yeah.
is
Yeah. I was
perpetually
like saying
20.
like her performance is valid. Yes. I'll say like Rosario's performance as Val is fine. That's fine. Fine. But even like with hindsight, that like they could have allowed her to be more like Val from the comics and animated series.
Yeah, she seemed to be. They were also I was getting some racist undertones to it too with her character arc that they were kind of like they were kind of hinting at, but like not really pointing it out or making it overt. Especially the way how Wyatt was kind of like like kind of like pretending like she's not there. Did any of you guys get that sense when y'all was watching the film?
I barely remember most of the movie, and that part, I could never really see that part actually working, even in the cartoon.
Oh no, I'm not saying it was in the cartoon. I'm saying in the movie itself they were kind of like playing that a little
It's
bit,
a
like
possibility. I mean,
like they
it
were
is the
heading in that
early
direction.
2000s, and I
Yeah,
already brought up the corporate mind control, Manchurian Candidate. Ooh, it, and sort of also They Live and all that sort of spiel, but there were tones of that before. But since the 2000s up, they kind of went hard into that. Like even with the main villainess, the whole the misunderstood sob story. I'm kind of a victim, blah blah blah. You didn't get that in later stuff like The Incredibles with whatever his name was, Buddy something
Hmm.
syndrome.
Syndrome.
syndrome, and a lot of other stuff.
Well, Syndrome made fun of it too, though. That was what made it funny. I
Hmm.
think the real reason Leia doesn't
And
like the movie is the lack of Chris Evans.
then or Ilya.
What?
Oh
Oh my god!
wait, he'd
What
be a
is
baby then, wouldn't he? Because he's that young and tall.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious! What is
Few
you guys are
things I
doing some
remember
zingers.
is White Ass Wally, and I still laugh at it.
Yes, Alan. Yes. Yeah, yes, Wyatt Frame's a real name played by Alan Cummings, and it's at first like he really he smoothly like switches from his like original like British accent to an American accent like very seamlessly like when he reveals his like who he really is as like to Fiona aka Lisa.
Spoiler, but whatever. It's an old ass movie.
That mostly nobody remembers. Probably for the
Yet
best.
they claim they do.
Hmm. I was there. See, we bring this all back. Mm-mm-mm.
But though, like another criticism I have of this film is that there's not really much iconic music that's made by the show itself playing within this
And
film.
those
They
oh
have a
yeah, you're right.
they have like at least like one or two original songs specifically for the movie for the soundtrack, but like there's not really much any connective tissue that will like link it directly back to trace it back to the original show's stuff. And that's not to say that the show had any original content either, mind you. I mean, they tend to play a few sample music here and there, much like Scooby Doo did with their running sequences or their
Hmm.
chase sequences, excuse me.
Except
Chasing.
there's the problem: the timing.
The
You want to
timing.
play like 70s, 60s kind of boppy music to a bunch of 90s millennial teenagers.
I'm
Hmm.
saying revamp, refresh, and repurposed. You know,
Well, you could always have put in a rock. Yeah, I think it would have done pretty good if it had a chase scene with rock music in it at least.
You could, but you'd have to really do it well and somebody who'd actually do it nicely. I mean, it's
the
Oh
possible
sad
you could get
yeah.
their tunes right because Boomerang kind of had a little fun with that, with their Hanna Barbera animated typical song music trope,
Hmm.
and you have that music through the ages. They do like a Kiss metal, DJ
Hmm.
pop.
Electronic.
Hmm.
And it fit with Josie and the Pussycats like a glove.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but that would also require work, and since they were going obviously cheap in places like Canada, Kanakistan, whatever term you prefer, uh, to really get those reworked nicely and all that, that means they'd have to get like an actual band or stuff who'd bother to write the songs and play them better. That's probably going to cost a lot. And
and
since
sadly, I have to confirm this, but the actresses were not singers, unfortunately. So
well, that was obvious if you saw it. I mean,
yeah,
Really?
they made a they didn't even really try compared to like some of the other
I
things
mean
where
they
people can't sing or play, and but they at least made it look good. They're just like standing there and just like
I mean
swinging
they went to
around.
band camp. Wikipedia purportedly said they went to band camp just to learn the gist of the musical movements and the tone. They're basically just lip syncing throughout the whole movie, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of disappointing because you would want to hear. I mean, come on now, it's Rosario Dawson. You would want to know how beautiful her voice would sing. And
Hmm.
what's even sadder, they were considering singers, actual singers, to join, specifically to be casted as Valerie, right? Guess who their picks
Uh-huh.
was?
Somebody.
Beyonce,
Uh,
Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, the two late great queens of music. And I'm like, huh.
Oh, that
Oh,
tracks.
that's interesting. I don't know if it'll make the
Funny
movie any
enough,
better, but that's interesting.
funny enough, out of those three, I would have kicked Beyonce to the curb.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
no,
and around
don't.
yes,
that
my
time, she'd have
hatred
probably
for
been stuck with the gold member. So
at that time, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait, wasn't Gold member in 2003?
yeah, when was this again? Wasn't this early
2001.
2000?
2001. Gold member will be 2003.
She was still
Yeah, but
Destiny's
how long
Child at
was
that
the
time.
production
Yeah,
and
yeah, she was on Destiny's Child.
yeah.
No, I would have went with probably Aaliyah. Aaliyah
Mm,
looked more Valerie.
Yeah, and she's not bad as an actor.
Well, the thing is, their reasoning is hilarious as well for why they didn't pick them.
they went cheap. That's just really all you need to know.
That's one reason, of course. But like they they said that Aaliyah was what they say. This was hilarious. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Let me see.
Do, 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 do,
Shut up.
do,
Don't don't.
Okay, okay.
They said Aaliyah. Hang on, hang on. They said
Huh?
Aaliyah was serious and thoughtful. I was like, that's Valerie Fools.
That's
That's
Valerie,
Valerie.
Mhm.
and also a
Yes.
smart cookie.
Serious and thoughtful. Rosario Dawson on her knee. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
serious, compelling actress.
that
Wait,
is
what?
Valerie. You're right. That's who
Wait,
Valerie is.
wait. What did she get on her knees for?
When
Oh
doesn't
dear, you have to ask him.
He knows some shit that I don't really be searching for. So I need to be, the saying goes, a king must know what he doesn't know.
Mm. I'm just going off the general basis since I brought up Sensei's her breakout thing, the thing most people know her for, and she's pretty much a whore. Zendaya, what? She's pretty much vanilla. Well, in personality, not really skin color, but that's a different thing. Uh, but everybody doesn't like her, and the only time anybody says, "Oh, well, hey, she's actually got some acting chops," and what's the movie? It's that tennis movie where she's a whore.
Oh Lord, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
like, you see a pattern here. The pattern is simple. You got bland ass actresses, and the only time they're actually competent is probably when they're doing more authentic to themselves.
Only difference
Oh,
between her and Zendaya is cup size, to be honest. And boy, was those things bouncing throughout this whole movie. Speaking of balls,
I think
sounds
Regina got a
bouncy.
lot better than
them things,
Zendaya.
like Jesus Christ, like throughout this whole movie, I'm like, do you girls even wear bras? Like, damn, like I know my 2000s, but Jesus, were we, were we this high horny? I must be wearing rose tinted glasses here. Jesus Christ. Because them things did not stop every time she moved.
Yeah.
Chico
Yeah.
physics.
She would. You are correct, humble. Not to speak that way of Rosario, because I still have some respect for Rosario, even though she's an
Mm.
activist. And she might.
But to
She
finish
might.
up the music thing, the one thing that really hurt it again is this
Mhm.
happened because of Spice World, and the Spice Girls were still a thing then.
They
Mhm.
were
Yes.
still a thing because
Uh,
I liked them.
but the difference is they're going cheap on music and actual performers and that, and actually bringing in the actual fictional characters' own music to the then audiences with the then musical styles. Whereas Spice World, you actually have the band.
Hmm.
Right,
Mhm.
right,
It's their songs, and they can perform it even when they're kind
Yeah.
of maybe just lip syncing from because it's actually their music.
right.
No, what's
And
really. Hang on, Leia.
go
What's
ahead.
really funny was you had four actresses opening up the movie that are actually singers in their own right.
Yep.
The faux band uh
Jour.
du jour,
Yeah. Which
played by
which in French?
Seth Green, played by Seth Green.
Yes.
Um, what's that fool name from Scrubs?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Crap. I
Dude
should not
from
be blanking on his name.
Scrubs. You had that one dude that was that that's always that quirky dude in a whole lot of films that almost look like he's the third missing brother to the Wilson brothers. That's what I call him every time I see him. Like is you Owen and what's his face Wilson's long lost brother?
Okay. Okay. All right. I found them. Well,
In short, he
Donald
searched for them.
Donald Faison, who played DJ of Du Jour. As you mentioned, Seth Green, who played Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Brecken Mayer as Marco of Du Jour, and
That's the long
Alexander
lost.
Martin as Les of Du Jour.
Yeah, the Brick and Meyer. That's a weird fucking name to get to your child. But
Yeah,
nah,
yeah, but
nah.
yeah, but like
You
in
know,
the beginning of the movie, like they actually they show like capable musicianship like in their own right.
So even though they're kind of like playing up the boy band like satire and everything, like I've seen these fools sing.
Me too.
I've seen at least I heard Seth Green sing. I've seen Faison
Donald,
sing.
yeah,
Um, um,
Breckenmeyer.
I'm not sure about Breckenmeyer, but I'm a
But you
believer.
heard Alexander Martin.
Alexander, he can sing too. No one else can sing too. Our very own Allen boy. What's his face? The one who played Allen.
I I got it. I got it.
I always confuse him for
It's the
Denzel.
Gabriel Man.
Yeah, he's a singer too.
Yep.
Who was also in Revenge with along with our very own Sharon, Agent Sharon. Bye. But nah, like that's a shame. Like you open up the movie with capable singers, but you have the actresses who really can't sing, has to pretend to sing. That's a big no. That is a big strike on this film.
Oh,
Mm.
whereas as like the members of the jour, like they actually they have credits like to do the musicianship.
Now, as far as actors concerned, the actresses are serviceable, or at least are well within their skill set. You know that's within their skill set, and they do that masterfully for what it's worth. But like the key thing is this is Josie and the Pussycats, which is mostly known for music. They,
Hmm.
they're a band. I mean, you got them posing here in this picture that I posted right here with their instruments, and I'm like, oh, yikes! They don't.
I was.
It looks
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
try
ahead, Wolf.
hard, doesn't it? It looks try hard, doesn't it? This picture itself, in a sense, it kind of
I
feels
can
like they're trying too hard.
I can see it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess another criticism I'll have to lobby at the film. The the villain plot does not work. Even though we get the satire, we get what they were going for. I don't think it works for Josie and the Pussycats plot.
Mm-mm.
Well, which even though like something like that like can't work because much like the Scooby game, like they do like go into a variety of adventures. However,
Well,
have like the music remains the focus.
well, here's the thing. When it came down later, when we finally got a live action Scooby Doo film, two in fact, the thing is with Scooby Doo was the fact that those who made those two films knew
They
the
knew the
product
source
that they were,
material.
they knew the source material that they're making. They also knew the history and the string of legacy that it was cultivating at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
think about it like this,
It
right?
didn't even feel
Hang on,
even
hang
I'll
on.
say
I'm running a train here. Hang on. So when you go in, you half expect it to be a typical Scooby Doo film. What you got was what they did with the animated films that were also being made, which was
mm-hmm.
which we've seen a bunch of times, but it still worked.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they satirized. They did not deconstruct. They satirized the Scooby Doo formula, where you got Daphne want to be the strong and independent protector. You
Yep.
have Velma who's been chided for her know-it-all behavior. And we'll get more into that when we finally talk about those
Mm-hmm.
movies. But like you get my point here. Whereas Josie and the Pussycats here, sadly, I'm about to mark this as another criticism too. It's an origin story.
Whereas in the Scooby Doo duology, like you actually they feel like a continuation of not just of course the first series, but all the series. Because
Well, it's an origin story but these characters are also established. Basically, we're kind of like getting towards the middle act of them becoming Josie and the Pussycats, which they should already be. At this point, they should already be Josie and
Yeah.
the Pussycats,
Yeah.
and not get their name Josie and the Pussy. That's again, it's one of my pet peeves in most movies, especially movies that adapt established properties or public domain properties. They have to have an origin for everything.
Well, they didn't do their homework when they made this movie because Josie was a spin-off of the Archie comics. And in the Archie comics, Josie and the Pussycats were already a band, a very popular band in Rivendell.
Right.
So they did not do their homework. And when they became part of that comic, she already had her band established. So there was no getting them together. But you know how Hollywood is when they get these
Oh,
properties.
they were already
They got
together as a
lazy.
band. They just didn't
Yeah.
have the Josie and the Pussycats name to them yet. Somebody
Right.
else gave them that moniker because they were trying
Yeah,
to be like
whereas,
this.
they should have came up with it a long time ago.
Well, the thing is, they were written to be, that kind of generic. Oh, we're
The
doing it for the
underdog.
music. We're a band, and we agree to be this, and then suddenly, a record company picks them up, and suddenly they slap the lead singer's name in front of the band name, and now they suddenly have a problem with it. Like that bullshit drama.
Mhm.
Right.
I was like, no, no. Why would you do that? And then on top of that, it's like they autopilot the whole film. Once they started doing the music and doing the songs, and it was basically just used to brainwash people here and there to buy products and consume. And that was another thing that they don't really raise the stakes enough for that. They don't really commit to the whole idea of Manchurian Candidate, as Dark would call it, where it's like what was it what are they really accomplish what are they trying to accomplish with this technology that they were making, because it almost felt like the villain plot just comes straight out of nowhere, and even worse, it's even worse when it comes down to if all else fails, just kill the band and risk a paper trail.
What?
So I would say good in concept, weak in execution. And that's the thing. It's a good concept, but it was weak execution, and at times it had no direction. Though it is saved by Parker Posey at times with her wild ass throughout this whole film. Because she was, my lord, Parker Posey is a freaking treat every time I see her. From Superman Returns to even that Netflix Lost in Space series. She was always the highlight of those. Even
Mhm.
though her screen time
Yep.
is kind of limited in Returns, but she was an absolute treat to watch in Lost in Space. Though I guess I'll talk about that one some other time, maybe in a chill stream of what my likes and dislikes of Netflix's Lost in Space was. I didn't even finish that series yet, and I'm scared to. I'm very scared to, because I was liking the first season, and I kind of dropped off midway through the second season. I'm scared to even commit now.
Hmm.
There's some things in that I'm like, but more, but let's get back to the topic at hand. Yeah, it just when Parker Posey just pops, I was like, oh my lord. I thought they were going somewhere with her in one direction, but it actually turns out to be a different direction, which I'm like, I like my direction better. You want to know what my direction was?
Sure.
Because I think it was Dark that already said, both you and Dark and has said that what was her villain motivation, her sob backstory was the fact that she was the unpopular girl, and she was her whole master plan was to make everybody worship her and like her because she was not liked in high school due to
What?
her lisp and some other other things that kind of make her unattractive.
Oh,
Even
that plot.
even though even though everything else looks great, you can actually overlook those flaws in a way. I mean, you gonna have to really try really hard to make Parker Posey unattractive to me. Because I'm like, okay, she's got lips, I can work with that. Oh, she's got gold teeth, or at least bad teeth, apparently. I can work with that. I'm sorry, Parker Posey's just hot.
It's kind of
Okay.
interesting that that was her master plan, and a year later we had the Scooby Doo movie, and Scrappy's kind of the same thing, except he's just an evil little bastard who wants to rule the world. Or what was his master plan aside from sacrificing his uncle and stuff?
I just think he just wanted to get rid of the Scooby Gang because they didn't want to take him on any of their their
he
usual stick.
he basically got kicked out because he was being a bit of a dunce.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided we're going to tap into the forces of evil to get back as revenge.
And I took that personally.
Yeah, by releasing demons, possessing people, and becoming a giant demon-possessed puppo.
I was to become a god. You can
Yeah,
kind of
Scrappy
hear him.
surprisingly did it better.
He was quite entertaining, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Man, that cat fight was hilarious to watch though during that film between Fiona and Josie. I kind of like the fact that they were like at the end the whole fight was basically just a Mad TV skit. I was like, okay, that's another thing that kind of made up for the film was
Oh
you
God,
know
that oof. Could you imagine if they actually went the full mile on that and Deborah Wilson is Val?
oh wow.
She really would be everywhere. Ooh.
Oh God, why couldn't they have? You know what? Why couldn't they have casted Deborah Wilson as Valerie? She wasn't that old. She was
And that's
not,
before she got all tatted up and shaved her head and got weird.
and she knew how to sing like Mary J. and Whitney Houston. Like she had a really good singing voice at that time. It's like why couldn't they have casted Deborah Wilson? She didn't, and her eyes didn't bulge that much back in the days either.
No, the only thing that really bulged was those tight shirts.
Hmm. I'm just saying, yeah, it's like they really did not think this through, did they?
They went
Good
Canadian.
question.
Wouldn't you agree, Dom? I mean, I enjoy myself, but I there's some things about this film that did rub me the wrong way. It's like Cook's in some areas Cook can be a bit dry when it came down to Josie. There are times Josie just didn't have no personality to speak of. She was just the leader at times.
And that's also them going cheap because, again, I mean, aside from Rosario Dawson, who made her break out with being a whore,
Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, people know Rachel Lee Cook and the other one, but
That's how you
that's
say
just from,
her middle name.
huh?
That's how you say her middle name.
Yeah, but honestly, what have they really done to really stand out? They're just there because they were kind of like passed around like the it girl, but people would probably around that time know more about Lindsay Lohan for all the wrong reasons
Mm-hmm.
than them. I'm just saying they went cheap, and it shows. And a lot of I think probably when it came to acting, the only good picked was Parker Posey and Alan Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you even had Seth Green in there. I mean, can it not scream cheap enough?
Come on now, Seth Green wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, yeah, just yeah, I hate to say it, it wasn't. Despite me enjoying it, wasn't all that well put together, to say the least. Oh, here's my nitpick. I mentioned this in our Discord earlier, and I have one nitpick: the absolute absence of the theme song, and they saved it for the end credits.
Ouch.
Big no no. It's Josie and the freaking Pussycats. They have that one theme song. They have their one theme song, and you saved it for the end credits. Shame on you. You don't even have them perform it on their first live performance, where they actually are trying to do this with merit and authenticity. And you tell me you can throw that one in there again? Shame on you. Yeah, early 2000s were very stanky with that shit when it comes
If you want
to
a better
established
upcoming
properties.
band movie, Airheads.
Hmm.
Brendan
Airhead. Yeah,
Fraser,
I remember that.
a lot of them. Even Harold Ramis was in that.
Yep.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
What about
Yep.
that? What about that one with Mark Wahlberg?
Rockstar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
or
never saw it, but
or that one all female band group, not the Runaways band uh
Dakota Fanning.
with Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart. No, not that one. That what's it called again? Die for rock and roll or some shit like that. Don would know.
Guy for Rock and
Pray for rock and roll, some shit like that. Somebody in the comments might know.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen that movie before.
Rock and Roll. Who was in it?
Uh, what's her name? That one lady she had two-tone hair, brown and blonde.
Pray
Oh,
for
Blondie,
oh,
2003.
Not Blondie. Not the
oh.
band Blondie.
Joan Jett.
Not Joan Jett. It had nothing to do with none of them female. It was an all original girl band. And one of the,
Yeah, from
and
Gina Gershon.
I think it
Yeah,
was
Gina Gershon.
Gina Gershon
Yeah,
was in it.
yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. Oh, and it had Lori Petty,
Mm-hmm.
Drea Di
Cole.
Matteo,
Mm-hmm.
Shelley
One of them
Cole.
one of them died in a stupid way too, about in that movie. And they
Yep.
try to play it off as sad and depressing. It's like, yeah, but the bitch died in a stupid way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Why does. Hmm.
but what was it called again?
Pray for Rock and Roll.
Yeah, I
And
think it
it's
was
pray,
Paper.
not pray like religion. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Prey.
Yeah, I don't understand why they named it that way. Because I don't
Right.
see who was the prey that was for rock and roll exactly.
Right. Especially when we have a band that is punk rock.
I'm just saying, like, I don't I don't see none of them having any kind of shortcomings per se. Though I will say this, they should have been the Josie and the Pussycats and Jim and the Holograms. Just saying,
Hmm.
these old
Hmm.
these old ass bras looked the part and acted the part and sang the part.
Indeed.
They even had a dark skinned chick in their group too. So I'm like, yeah. Looking back, I'm like, they should have been Josie and the Pussycats. This should have been their
Yeah.
movie, as dark and adult as it was. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this right here should have been Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, that would have been Josie and the Menopause Cats.
Oh, shut up.
Wait,
'Cause you gotta
Josie
remember-
and the Minnow Pussy?
Oh God.
Yeah. The Menusi. Wait, that sounds like a Japanese kaiju.
Okay, it's official. We should get you guys married. You guys bounce off each other too damn well. Y'all bounce off each other too damn well. Maybe we'll just leave it at that. But no, what were we gonna say, Dark? Sorry.
But well, that movie there, it's pretty much off the autobiography of some punk rock band who's in their 40s and stuff. So yeah, you'd be if you use that as Josie and the Pussycats, it'd have to be Josie and the Pussycats in their middle-aged years, probably past their success, trying to find new fame or whatever.
That would have worked though.
It would have been sad though.
It would be, but still, it would. I would have picked. To be honest, Dark, I would have picked that over what we got here. I'm sorry. Just be authentic. Just be real.
Yeah, Gina Gershon is a better actress than Rosario Dawson and the other two, and she's got better tits.
I mean, I could kind of see them kind of like. I can kind of see them like putting on a show in them leopard leotard outfits in front of kids, kind of.
Yeah, it'd be like the full Monty. Oh,
Like somebody in Riverdale would just like book them for like a little small gig for their child's birthday party, and they just come out in those costumes, trying to play one of their fame, play the theme song.
hey
you see
man,
that,
your
Leia?
mom's a total cougar. Yeah, I know.
The one thing I could see is the kids see the leotard costumes. They're like, Kitty! And there comes the tidal wave.
Oh my lord! Like I could actually, bro, the script is writing itself in my mind right now. Now
If you
I'm
do a
thinking-
little dark comedy, you could have made it like some running sex joke, like, "Oh, you were in a band wearing that? Like, what did you do? I mean, was it kinky stuff?"
It's like you guys look like you came up. You guys look like y'all belong on a centerfold of Playboy.
Now, the scary part is if the little kids ask.
Did she
Then
do
the-
porno,
then the-
mommy?
Mom, it's like your video on TV! Kids, shush!
But that would take writing and time,
Uh-huh.
and you probably wouldn't even need that big of a budget either. This sounds like I would have settled for this than what we got for this one. Yeah, same Proctor. I agree. Edgy, what was the thing of the 2000s?
Edgy
But,
teen
however,
adaptations.
However, this could be due like duology like avoided that along with the film adaptation of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Well, Rocky and Bullwinkle was 98 or 99. That was before we even started getting into this like kind of like grungy era-ish kind of well, we were already in the grunge era during the 90s, but like I guess we're going to like the new metal phase
Yes.
of adaptations.
Yes.
Let's face it, Scooby-Doo duology only.
Well, no. Rocky and Bullwinkle was made in the 2000.
Was it?
Yeah, it was made in 2000, not 99.
2000 still felt like 99 to me. To be honest,
I mean,
even,
you're not
it's
that
like
wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, with when the new millennium like came in, like it did feel it still felt like '99, even though we were going through that transitional phase.
anybody who might come across this, if you even survive this far due to our proud, survive through our proud this far. The 2000 felt like 99 to y'all still, even though it passed. I would like for you guys to send that in the comments at once this thing passes. I mean, you can just even spread it in the comment section here on the stream, but like after, like if you,
I know.
I'm
I
just,
was -1 in 2000.
but I'm just saying, like when I was growing up, like I didn't even know, I didn't realize that we were in the year 2000 up until like you know, Kids WB was like signaling it every once in a while. Like you got static, like blasting the neon lights, and they're showing 2000. I was like, oh, okay, it's the year
That
2000.
was when they were saying the world was going to end in the year
Y2K,
2000.
Y2K.
Right,
Y2K.
right.
Y2K, say yes to Kia.
That's what I was like. Yes, I was like, man, 2000 still felt like 99 to me.
But
It's no different.
to get things back on track, the point still stands that Rocky Bullwinkle and the Scooby Doo duology avoided that trend that was occurring with comic book adaptations as well as adaptations to TV shows.
And again, I have to tell you, Rocky and Bullwinkle didn't do that because we were still like in '99 during 2000.
Well,
So,
in mindset,
It
and,
depends on who you are, where you were.
shoot, Dudley Do Right didn't even do that
no,
with his live action.
and
George
Dudley Do
Thunder,
Right was also
George the Joe didn't even do that,
nope,
despite being Disney. Didn't do that in 2000.
no, because like they felt like their original cartoon counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
It obviously depended on it. All it obviously depended on the director at the
Mm.
time, and screenwriter, and whoever was attached to it, obviously, which is why they were made the way they were.
And plus,
Versus,
Brendan Fraser he was really hot then. I don't mean
Hmm.
hot and sexual. I mean hot in like his
we get
career. He
it,
was
Dark.
kind of everywhere. He's a good actor.
We
Hmm.
get it,
And,
Dark. You're a
and he has good range.
metrosexual like me.
And he has good range. Like, he can do comedy, he can do action, he can do
Hmm.
dramatic.
But my thing is, yeah, it's like, would you guys would have voted for my screenplay of Josie and the Pussycats, which is paired up with Pray for Rock and Roll?
Nah, just settle for rock and
Nah,
roll.
because no, even though like this movie has material qualities, and we can recognize not only like the issues it has, I was like you can enhance the strengths by rewriting the story for of the movie while having it be more like both the comic as well as the animated series.
No, I will end off on this. Regardless of my criticism, it did tickle. It did tickle a feeling for me. Something that
Pants.
we're nah.
Essentially what comedy was back then before the rise of political correctness.
What sex appeal was, what falling in
That
love
too.
was, what friendship was.
Yep.
Rosario Dawson's boobies bouncing up and
Oh
down.
Lord, yeah. Them things had a mind of their own.
And
But other than that,
You
they
like
just
you
like
think they
sex.
bounced in tune to the theme song?
I wish they did.
That's the point.
Hey, I will say this though. I will say this. We did get some nice bloopers for the movie, and
Yep.
they were fun, especially
Mhm.
Parker. Lee. And now we're coming into what I was about to say originally, and everybody started busting up laughing. I'm paraphrasing, but that got a big laugh out of me when somebody misses their lines. and they, and they just played off like I forgot what I just what I forgot what I was about to say. I was like, oh Lord. But then
You
again,
know, the,
it's Parker
the
Posey. I love
yeah.
Parker.
I watch, well, watching those bloopers. They remind me of the bloopers from the Rush Hour movies.
Oh yeah. His name is Lee, god damn it. Sorry, Monticelli. But nah, oh, Buddy Smith agrees. 2000, yes, 2000 still felt like 99. I noticed you guys got quiet.
Long ago, there was a piece of age with grunge rock, Creed, and all that. And then the Nazis came.
But nah, yeah, just you gotta admit, like that, you know, 2000s were still in that time where you can admire a hot guy in the case of Leia. You can admire, you
uh,
know, beautiful
uh-huh.
ladies in the case of us.
The lady.
Boobs,
Yes.
boobs were a factor, and you know, you had two flavor of Leia. You had the dits. We didn't even talk about Melody. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Mel-
was wondering when will someone bring up Melody?
Melody was the only consistent character in this film, and I think that's the reason why I didn't really mention her that much because she was very well consistent. But even though she was like far too ditzy for her own good, I don't remember what level of
She's
ditzy
not
she's
ditzy,
supposed.
she's bubbly.
Yeah, she's supposed to be bubbly, but they kind of made her kind of like ditzy in this film. But like, I don't know if that damages her character or not. I just found it kind of cute, especially the one where they were doing the whole life with lemons and what did she say?
Like
Well,
it's
wherever she said it got a laugh out of me. I couldn't stop laughing. It's like, okay, that's kind of dumb, but it's also kind of cute.
I agree.
But other than that, yes, like I can't really say much about Melody because she was very kind of consistent with what her character's supposed to be, supposedly.
Hmm.
And what a waste of Aries Spears.
Ouchie.
He was all right in this film, but like it's Aries Spears. He's supposed to be laugh out loud funny. He barely even scratched that.
They didn't
Doing
pay him enough.
They sure didn't because he was. It almost felt like he was just there to do something,
And
and
let's
then he
face it,
just
they went to modern day Canada. They said, "Oh yeah, here, Mr. Spears, here's your extra money. It's in this black tube cylinder case you can walk into. Ignore the sign that says assisted suicide,
uh-uh.
No.
and
But
don't
other
mind
than,
the patrol guards there. They're just there to watch. They're not gonna reach in and just choke you to help
just
you."
just after his part, he just disappears. He's not
Yep.
even mentioned again.
Hmm.
So, final thoughts before we start wrapping it up.
In
I'll
spite of
start
its
with
faults, well, it's still the Josie and the Pussycats movie has a charm to it.
uh, Humble. It,
It's got its quirks. It's not the best, but it's good for what it's got.
mhm.
Indeed.
Could be worse. We could be watching Jim and the Holograms, and even though we probably prefer to watch Spice World,
I would.
which I'm gonna bring up another point when we get around to talking about Spice World. That's something that I think doesn't really get explored enough, or at least they didn't really try to explore in that film, or at least in films of that caliber, especially with
Hmm.
Moonwalker. I'm citing also Moonwalker into this, and I'm gonna talk about that whenever we either get around to talking about Moonwalker or Spice World.
Mm.
Cause it's an idea that I'm like, bro, I think our fucking industry was overflowed by boomers that just didn't have what it takes to explore wild ideas.
I hear you.
It always reminded me of that one part in the cartoon Johnny Test when they had the government facility say, "We're doing research into teenage girls," and you got a bunch of these secret agents, the
Mhm.
communication earpiece, the suit, and all those things, reading magazines in a glassed-in teenager bedroom from the
Huh.
80s.
No, what's funny is the fact that Cobra Kai kind of took the premise of itself and ran with it. And again, I'm gonna go into more depth into it later on. Same thing with the Scooby Doo animated films later on after our initial lineup.
Hmm?
Again, more on that when we get around to it. Trust me. Stay with me, guys. It's a long tirade, but I don't want to use it here.
You gotta save it for later.
Indeed. But yeah, like for one, too ambitious, and the money really went to the product placement in this film. Heavy dosage of product placement,
Mm.
especially marketed towards Target. I was like, okay, if you're gonna market towards Target, you better have a fucking toy lineup for this shit, which
Walmart,
they
Kmart, Target.
which they didn't. They didn't have no dolls to speak of. I'm pretty sure Leia would never have bought any of the dolls if for this movie.
Mm-mm.
Even if you
They
twisted her arm for it.
would they
No.
strangely have like the realistic heads on cartoon bodies?
No, but they would have dolls kind of style in their fashion adjacent to this film's fashion.
But what they have sold, because this is when the Bratz dolls were being the boom thing.
I don't know, but yeah, like they had Target as the big marketer because you saw nothing but Target signs, especially in that one plane with the boy band being in there. Heavy marketing towards Target. Like there was a lot of marketing towards a lot. There was a lot of product placement for a lot of things, but
Yep.
specifically, I was saying Target a lot in some of these shots. So I was like, wow, if you were going to market towards Target, you could have had a toy lineup ready for it, which you didn't. Yeah, future filmmakers, if you guys gonna do stuff like this, don't waste your money on product placement,
Uh,
or at least pick one that's gonna have an investment follow up.
Oh dear, that just popped into my mind. Oh no.
What did?
Well, you got me thinking, like, the Pray for Rock and Roll, like, oh, you already had the better Josie and the Pussycats, but it was darker. And I'm like, you know, they already did have a better Josie and the Pussycats like that. And it was dark, and it was in that time zone of the 60s and 70s,
mm. And back then,
beyond the
the
Ballet
60s
of
and
the
70s,
Dolls.
Oh shit!
yeah, and in the 60s and 70s, there were a crazy time.
I know Disney had their own knockoff version of Josie and the Pussycats, and it's called the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah, how
I
can anyone
like that.
forget them?
Oh, I like that they went ham on the plot line.
I agree.
Okay, now that's just in my head. Oof. Could you imagine them doing that with the Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, but Alan Cummings playing the manager, and then I'm the queen, and like, ugh.
oh
Oh
god, that
gosh.
scene. Oh lord, that scene. Oh my word. Yikes.
That would be something.
To think Roger Ebert directed that.
Right.
y'all can never say, can this man actually direct, put his money where his mouth
His
is?
mouth is
Please don't ask him to do that ever again.
ever.
I mean, well, he's not around with us anymore, rest his soul, but like at the time when he was still around, when he's still alive, never ask him to do that again.
Sounds like someone had fun.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
there
sure he
will.
had fun.
You gotta remember the main actresses were all Playboy models.
Yes, they were.
Yep.
One of them
From what I
simulated
heard.
getting their brains blown out.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
very hot one, the lesbian
Really?
one.
Well,
Ouch.
it wasn't real. It was simulate is the incorrect word. I just remember her head. I just remember blood spurting out her nose. I was like, oh damn, that looked too real.
And anime nosebleed?
Not really.
You wish. You
Just
wish. It sounds
he
like it
put
wasn't the
it in
case.
her mouth, pulled the trigger, and blood just spurted out of her nose, along with out of her head. I was like, damn, that
While she
looked
was
way.
sleeping.
I mean, she woke up and saw it coming, but still.
Yeah, when she started choking on the barrel. Giggity.
Sounds like we gotta review that one too.
And and what's funny too is her and the one hot Cynthia Myers was the actress's name. Real
hmm
hot piece back then. They went to that party as Batman and Robin.
I think we keep this. So this might end up becoming a knockoff cinema snob channel. Oh Lord, but yeah, Leia. Final. Sorry, we've been dragging this too long. Final thoughts.
Well, there's nothing too much for me to really say. I did not enjoy this movie. I was just really not. You don't have to waste your time with this film. My problem with this film is I think maybe perhaps setting Josie the Pussycats in the 90s, maybe 70s or 80s when rock stars were really rock stars, and around the time they came out, maybe putting them back in that time period, perhaps that probably would look better. I don't know. But again, the producers and writers did not know the source material. This was another example of using nostalgia or nostalgia bait to send a message or preach or whatever, and it just did not work with these particular characters. And that's basically it. This is there. I have no good things to say about this film. It's just one that, again, I much prefer to just sit back and watch the Saturday morning cartoon. It's much more enjoyable. I have no favorable view of this film. I've nothing to take from it. Nothing, zilch. I got nothing.
So your one opinion of the film is, what is the two letters that come after M in the alphabet?
Yeah, actually, Marty, that is the best way to summarize the latest sentiments about this movie.
Yes, very well said. Very well said, Humble. You pretty much got it. There you go. Nothing else to say. There's. I'd rather watch the cartoon. No benefit out of this. Another example of Hollywood catching on to some nostalgia bait and not really knowing what the property really is about. And as we have seen, one thing Dom is right about predicting the future. It shows how Hollywood does not know nostalgia, or they sink their fangs into it and they just don't get it.
Well, it's just one of those adaptations where it was brought to the current modern audience,
Right.
where it tried to do too much. It didn't really
Ooh, you're roboting out bad.
get. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're better
Yeah.
now.
Now,
Yes.
again, you might want to repeat yourself.
Yeah.
It was one of those updating for the modern audience tactics of that time, which was a bit harmless at the time. It was where they just took it and try to remix it too much to the point where it didn't really take enough from what gave the product its identity. The whiptails and ears for hats, like they don't even come up until the end of the film too. It's like like again, it was an origin story that was afraid to be what the series ha- had for. So I don't mind them taking the Pussycats and making them this punk rock band or grunge rock band. Just do something to try to carry over what gave the show its identity.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Alexandra barely had anything to do in this film. All the time she was there was just be there to be catty. You know, there
Mhm.
was never no there was never no foil between her and Josie.
Josie.
Um, it was always the girls walking around just standing there and you know gawking and awe because they were mostly rural townies and here they are in the big city or at least in what amounts to being the industry. And yeah, that's nice and all, but like there's never a moment where they interact with people outside aside from the fact that the industry spends most of its time keeping them away from people, but they're being told that they're like a big hit, all the while like cultivating audiences and fans and I do I did like the fact that some of their bitter rivals became fans
Yep.
due to one single hit. That was a nice treat, but like there's nothing to really go off on that, you know. It was one of those movies where it's like told not shown in some areas, and where the characters should have had activity of, which was the thing that they're supposed to be talented for, which is music. And sadly, we all know why they didn't really perform that much is because the actresses weren't the performers, they weren't the singers, they weren't the instrumentalists at all. They were there for star power and name recognition only.
Right.
Regardless, though, even though they made those mistakes, I don't doubt that nobody didn't have fun making this film.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not speculate nor assume otherwise. Like it obviously was a fun production. I don't think there was anything bad to say about it between you know cohorts and coworkers. Like everybody, it was always it probably was a fun experience, and everybody was happy to be there. Now, as far as the last Airbender movie, or at least the newest season, pass to last Airbender, Sam Proctor brings up pass. I don't even like the way how Toph looks. I know they're gonna fuck her up because if there's one thing I know Netflix fuck up on is disabled people every single time.
If
Daredevil gets a
they
pass.
if they literally do that stereotype meme that's been going in the conservative comedy circuits, I don't know who's gonna laugh first.
Well, my thing is, I know they're gonna fuck up Toss blindness.
Wait, seriously?
I'm just getting the sneaky suspicion that they're gonna fuck up Toss blindness. Either the actress is gonna fuck up being blind, or they're gonna really like do some bullshittery around her blindness, and I'm not gonna like it. And I'm
That's a
like, nope.
topic for another time. So
Indeed, indeed. Aaron Proctor brought I was just you know
ever
giving
since
my
Reddit took over, along with Tumblr, since that was a thing back then during the Legend of Korra stuff,
Oh,
it
jeez.
kind of hasn't been worth a damn.
indeed.
The
Yeah.
thing I have had fun with is seeing how many people get driven nuts that the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus is coming to theaters.
Oh, yeah. I've been paying attention. I've been paying attention to that too.
What? Really? Do I care? No, I don't care.
That's okay.
I know you guys
That-
like it, but I don't care.
Well, just the
No,
Well,
thank you for the news. For the news
they've
on that. Though.
yeah, they've turned it into a, instead of having like one of your usual debate meltdown fandom thingies, they've turned it into a meme war. And someone
least they're
had been
having
taking
fun.
someone's been taking the comments and turning it into like one of these long voiced threads.
Some nice humanized Sonic and Sally Acorn pick right here. That's nice.
Yep, he's looking at porn. It's time to call it a night.
I'm not looking at porn. I'm looking at art.
Yeah. Tell it to the jury, pal.
Anyways, who did I leave off? Final thoughts and lasting impressions. Did I get everybody?
Hold on. Oh no, did you get Marty?
I got Martin. Didn't really have much to say.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Well, I was the only one left, so I'll just say
You didn't get the dark.
nothing was really great. It's not really worth watching, even for Rosario Dawson's tits bouncing. It's not worth
Oh
it.
God.
Can't save it.
Oh
You're
God.
better off watching the cartoon. And the real tragedy is, during that time, you had Deep Blue Sea, you had a bunch of shark stuff pop up, and then during the 2010s, you had the Sharknado crap, and then lately you've been having the Meg shit, and I'm like, when are they gonna fucking do a Jabberjaw? But they won't.
Like we already had the Suicide Squad with King Shark. It's high time we had Jabberjaw get his heyday.
Now, who would you get to voice him? That's gonna be a debate there.
I got one already at the top of my head.
Well, I'm thinking like a Rob Paulson. He can pull. I think he could pull a Jabberjaw.
What would they make
No,
Jabberjaw look like, though?
Exactly like it's well. You can go with the Yogi Bear live action. Just make him look just like what he does in the cartoon. Just with more textures.
And Dan Aykroyd, he was perfect because he sounds eerily like Yogi's original voice actor.
Or I was thinking of now I'm skipping on his name. All of a sudden, Star Lord.
Chris Pratt.
Kevin Bacon?
Chris Pratt.
Go with Chris Pratt. Really?
Oh, okay.
Either him or I was saying the Paul Rudd, but not Paul Rudd. Ooh, this one's gonna be a bit risky. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
That probably could work.
But he's too oversaturated now. It's like, I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those for you. Jesus, that number kept climbing. StreamYard be deceiving me. I don't know how many you be on here half the time. Especially on a Sunday like this and at this hour. It's like sometimes we'll get 11, sometimes we'll get 10. I think one stream we literally damn near got 22. I don't know how that happened. I think that was around time when I was streaming on noontime.
Yep.
Wasn't that also the time when you had that one thumbnail?
What one thumbnail?
I forget. It was the nice clickbaity one.
Oh,
it's in the American Bikini.
Maybe. I don't know.
Was it the one 4th of July ones? I know that one got a ton of views.
Indeed.
That one thumbnail.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think it's because of not just the bikini beauties, but you got the authentic family community look to it with the cowboy hats, the grills, and what pretty much look like that one scene in Sandlot where they had their 4th of July playing ball.
I
Yeah.
don't recall women in American style bikinis.
True, but I think I just hit a nostalgia spot for him with that one picture with the surrounding environment.
Are you thinking of the dog in a bikini right now? Because really,
No,
got to keep that in check, man.
no, not Hercules.
Hercules, Hercules.
No, not Hercules. But other than that, like, hopefully tomorrow we'll be talking about Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Hey, say Gamera specifically. Uh, originally I was planning to do a Gamera marathon stream where we talked about all eras of Gamera, but frankly, there's a lot to watch, and I don't think you guys have the patience for the Showa era Gamera movies,
Uh,
let alone have access to them anywhere else.
Oh, they're easier to find. It's just, do you have the brain cells to spare? I
Well,
mean, the
that's just
first movie's fine because it's straight up, sci-fi horror kind of being Godzilla. Like it's fine, and it's after that the as Brandon Tennell puts it, the age of the Kennys.
Mhm.
Um, and it just gets
anyways.
worse and worse and worse and worse.
That's
It was
why.
almost probable on that one where the Boy Scouts Kennys go to the alien world, and you got these two hot babes in tight outfits with boob windows, want to eat their brains or some crap, and then they get crushed, and it's just back to Kennyisms, and it's like, ugh.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me one Gamera movie was almost like an Ultra Q movie?
Kind of.
Jesus Christ! That's another one I would love. That's a series I would love to tackle. I don't think you guys have the patience for that one either. Ultra Q, 50 episodes. Hell to the
I can,
no.
I can watch 50 episodes.
You can only speak for yourself. I'm talking about everybody else.
Yeah, I'm still studying my brains out.
I don't have the time right now. That's something that I probably would have to do around the holiday season or on a holiday
That's
when
what
I
I'm saying.
have
Like,
extra time.
we're talking about
Or
the Ultra series. The Ultra
I
series.
don't
I
feel
don't
like
know.
rewatching that stuff. I don't feel invigorated to really rewatch that stuff. It's like, oh, do you want to rewatch the old Power Rangers? No. Why? I lived through it. I know
I
Mhm.
it's not worth
forgot.
rewatching.
I forgot there was a puppet series that was made to look like a Sentai show.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm just saying, Ultra Q was by far the weirdest one because it's the first of the Ultra series and has nothing to do with Ultraman. And
Oh yeah,
it
it was
is
pretty
the
much doing its
Twilight
own thing,
Zone. It is the Twilight Zone with kaiju.
essentially.
Man,
That's
you
what
could
it was.
put anything with kaiju, huh?
Pretty
Kind of.
much.
But with Gamera, the only good ones, in my opinion, is the Heiseis. I didn't even care for the Gamera Rebirth movie thing where you got like pretty much your Manila style
Mhm.
Gamera. That's like
So yeah, we're sticking mostly to the Heisei era Gamera for this one. We'll start with the first one, see how that, and we'll probably tackle the other two.
and Steven Seagal's daughter.
Steven Seagal's daughter was in one of them.
She's in all three of them. She's
Really?
the main girl who in the first one who makes the connection with Gamera.
Wow,
No
I didn't
wonder
know
her
that.
face looked familiar.
That's Steven Seagal's daughter. Well, his daughter was a Jap woman when he was doing his Aikido lessons, and they didn't. I don't think they were married. I don't. I don't know. I just know he.
Really?
Yeah.
No wonder she. No wonder she mean mugged the taxi driver.
But yeah,
Wow.
that's Steven Seagal's daughter, and thankfully she didn't inherit the fatness from him.
The thyroid problem he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what we calling it?
That's what we're calling it. But no, like we'll talk.
A ranger, but I'm gonna sit in this chair and still be fat and all wadded up in body armor because I'm a totally active ranger.
Sure.
Anyways,
Okay.
Gamera's next, and so much more. We're not gonna talk about what we got going on in the real millennials. We're just playing it by ear at this point.
Spoiler,
Don't say
people. Death to Smoochie.
Don't say anything, Dom.
I'm not saying anything.
Smoochies.
Oh.
Then of course, we'll take a respite during May because at that time I'll be planning out to visit family. So we'll be quiet. We'll be silent for part of May and a little bit of June until I get back, and then we'll pick it back up somewhere in June.
Yeah, he's got to go through his soul food phase.
Gotta see my niece off because this will be the last time I'll see her in LA, or at least in California.
She's going to college?
Yep.
Where?
Nice.
Louisiana.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
Louisiana. Wow. Okay.
Good choice.
Forgot the name of the college itself. I'm so senile now. I'm only 38. But yeah, just she's going to college. She ain't gonna be she's not gonna be in the state anymore, so gotta be out there, see her one good time, and wish her all the best. And
at least not going to any of the colleges in California.
oh, thank God. Though I kind of wish she would, because then we'll be still together. But she goes where she wants, and she's growing to be a big girl, so she's gonna be making all of her decisions as a big girl. Only thing is, it's just happening at a rapid pace, early age. She's like only 19. What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing. I was just remembering
Not
some
you, Dark.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, no, she's not 19. She's I think she's 17 now.
Oh, okay.
But still,
I was
like,
say 19, and like, have we really gotten that old? Where that age where we all thought like, we're old enough. The state says we're old enough is now not old enough. Oh, jeez.
I don't know, man. Just
You're
things
a bunch of youngins.
again.
You're 25. That's baby years.
I don't know anymore, man. I don't even know. Nothing makes sense anymore. Don't you agree, Leia?
I agree. Some things just don't make sense, so you have to try to find sense in something, even if it's absurd.
The lovely Leia about Leia plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor, and thank you for this discussion and look back at the movie Josie and the Pussycats. If you are a fan of this movie or not, please leave the comments in below. I'm sure Wolf would very much like to hear from you. And also, if you have any suggestions or movies or films that you'd like to see us cover, you know how we are. Please leave it in the comments below. But until then, everybody have a good work week until we see you again.
God, can you imagine this movie getting propped up with the latest thing? Like, I was there. Sad.
The Sixth Ranger, Dark Stranger.
Well, thank you for having me. Fun chat. And you old whippersnappers better do your homework, or else you become a baby man like that Ilya baby.
Stop it!
My
So young
God.
looking, like a little
Goodness.
baby. You just break him like a twig.
Oh, good.
He looks like he still needs his mommy's milk. Suck,
He looks
Stop
like a
it!
he looks like a pale gecko.
I am not believe this. This is not fair. This is
Oh,
so
At least
not
you know
God.
he
fair.
sticks.
You're not fair. If you saw him skate, you would be quiet and
I'm
you would
sure
have
he
treated
has seen
him
him
just
skate.
as
That
like
doesn't stop the
him too.
jokes, Leia. I'm sure he has, but it's not gonna stop him from joking.
I know. Oh my God, I know.
He
He
is a
has.
very tall dude.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
he's tall. Yeah, he's
okay.
about
Since you want
6'1".
to speak, the humbles arise, humble Marty.
Hello, I am Humble Marty, and I'm just glad to be here. Thank you for listening to
We're
our.
glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for
Always.
hearing about our spiel on Josie and the Pussycats, along with the random jokes that are probably corny.
He's softer on his daughter. Kidding, kidding.
No.
Last but not least, the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell. And don't you announce anything. Just
Oh.
say your goodbyes.
Oh.
You broke him. He has no thing to
Oh,
say.
No, still here. Still here. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's episode of The Real Millennials on talking about Josie and the Pussycats. If you have any further comments about the movie, make sure you put them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, now to further notice of what we'll be doing for The Real Millennials. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight, maintaining hope, idealism, and optimism while in the world. Because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers.
This is your Commander Wolf Tank. Remind you guys, you are the US AC, what's a little fleet, and here's your